Okay, I'm asked quite a bit about the difference between liquid dye and ice dye, so this is going to be another example of liquid versus ice, but it's going to be on a single shirt. As always, it's a 100% cotton t-shirt that's been soaked in soda ash for at least 20 minutes and then spun in the washing machine until it's just damp. I'm going to go ahead and flip this one inside out, and as always, that's to try and prevent any spotting with the powder dye when doing the liquid, when doing the ice dye. So we'll go ahead and turn that inside out and then try to mark the center. That looks kind of off. This one might not be straight. Pull this down, pull it across, and mark that center. Flip that over just to make sure it lines up. Flip it back. Then I run my hand through one arm into the other arm, pull it through, line up the seams under the armpit, line all that together. A couple of shakes, put it down, make sure it's flat. Sometimes it comes out flat the first time, and there we go. That side's done. And flip this over. Going to kind of line this up. This one's been sitting in a bucket for a really long time, so it's not going to play nice. Go ahead and grab this. And over here where the tag is, pull those forward. Grab that. A little flick to make sure it lines up mostly. That's unusual. I've got a wrinkle under there, so I'm trying to pull that out. And then I'm checking this. And that's all mostly straight. Well, I said that. Okay, there we go. So since I didn't line it up quite exact on the center line, I'm going to go ahead and, instead of accordion straight, I'm going to accordion at a slight angle. So I'll just do something like this, just so I have a line to work with. Flip this around, make sure that's mostly lined up there, and we'll start doing an accordion. Okay, so line that up. Then I'll tie this up. Since this is another question that comes up quite a bit, this is artificial sinew. It is waxed, and I use this instead of rubber bands because I can actually get this as tight as I want, unlike a rubber band. Okay, so we've got this. Let's touch that one up. Actually, there's a couple that need to be touched up. And one more here. There we go. Let's see how long that is. That is 17 inches. I have 6 colors, so some not so quick math. We're going to say 16 inches and not worry too much about that. So 2 2/3 in between each. With any luck, we're going to be able to line this up here. So that's come off of here, about 2 2/3. And that's not going to line up very good, is it? So it's like 3, which would actually be 6 because it's the center line. So we're going to have to cheat a little here. Let's see what we can do. Okay, if we do the center, the widest part is there. Let's go with 2 would become 4, so let's go with 1 1/2. That'll be 3, but only for that center part. And we're going to change this to 7, which is going to make the math even worse. So let's go back to the 17 inches. By 7 is about 2 1/2. So from here, we're going to go 2 1/2. That leaves us with 1 3/4. I don't like that. So let's see. And the reason I'm leaving all this in is because I've been asked a lot to, instead of doing a fast clip through the folding, to actually leave in my thought process. So that's what I'm doing. If you hate this, somebody asked for it. Let's go. So we're not pulling down very much there, and I'm thinking black for this part. And it's not going to catch very much at all. So from there, let's just do a sloppy 2 inch. Well, let's pull this out a little further. That brings us to 2 inches. So it's this long one here. Now it can remind me when I pick the wrong one that I was stupid. Alright, so 2, 2, 2, 2, and if I really want to deal with it, there's another 2. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have an extra. I'll figure something out. We can add the extra color so we have the full rainbow of Roy G. Bev. Alright, let's fold this in and then tie it. Okay. And pull this. Tight. Now, since this is a little sloppy, I'll probably drop a rubber band over that as well. So we'll come back over here. And I really don't do well working left to right on these. So I'm trying to bundle this correctly and then work backwards. So pull that and work to the next. And it's kind of a game since it was smeared, which line it actually is. I'm pretty sure it's this one. And one more. Alright, pull that tight. Put that. And then we'll look for the right size rubber band. And slip over that just to keep that tight. Alright, off to dye. So we've got this ready to dye. What we're going to go with is Chinese red, orange crush, lemon yellow, bright green, turquoise, lilac, amethyst, and bitter black, which basically gives us the rainbow, or the closest thing to it from the colors that I have. And that one's pulling loose. We'll see if this holds. Okay, so this is the tag over here. So this is the part that's going to be black, and then we'll run the rest of the colors across. So I'm going to start with the ice dye, and then we'll flip it and do the liquid, and then you should be able to see the difference in the final shirt. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I'll let this sit until it melts all the way through, and then we'll flip it over and do the liquid dye on the other side. Alright, so the ice is melted. We'll go ahead and flip it over and do the ice or the liquid dye part. Well, I wasn't paying attention and started with the wrong color, so now the colors are offset by 1 on this back side for the liquid dye. It's not a big deal. We'll see what happens. So this will sit for 18 hours and then we'll do the washout. Alright, it's been 24 hours, so let's do the washout. take a look. So I'll go wash this and we'll take a final look.